What's up, everyone? I'm going to show you another glute med or abductor, let's say drill of activation. I don't like calling these workouts because I don't really like to do these things to strengthen the muscle, more to kick it on. The muscle will get stronger, but really activator is the best description for this. So I'm going to let you watch a few and then we'll break it down. Okay, so before I show you how to not do it, let's go back. Okay, so let's watch me do my little Michael Jackson Thriller hip thrust. What I'm doing right here is I'm actually grabbing my hip bone and I'm just setting my pelvis. This is me just saying, okay, pelvis is flush because I don't want to hyperextend the lower spine. I don't want my lower back arching while I do this. If I do that, again, I'm just strengthening a muscle around a back that's in bad position. So I'm teaching my body to be strong with poor posture. We don't want that. So once I set myself, boom, I can have my hand down. That's fine. I'm going to take the leg that I want and I'm going to internally rotate it, somewhere around there. I'm doing this against the wall, like the clamshell. I'd really recommend doing this one against the wall. This is a really short wall, so if I had camera space to do this against one of the other walls where people weren't, I'd be completely flush against the wall, so you can actually just drag your heel up the wall. But for this video, I didn't have that. I want to be up against the wall though, because if I'm really tight, if my TFL, we'll just say my anterior, my front hip muscles kind of try to do all the work, what they're going to end up doing is taking over, and you'll see that my body's going to say, I'll just lean backwards and make it easier. So if your hips are up against the wall and they don't move, you know that you haven't tilted at all. And I'll show you what that looks like later. From here, once I get set, I'm making my focal point, my ankle bone. I'm just going to try to take that and just lift it as high as it will let me. From here, I'm going to slowly pick up, 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 up. And as I do it, you can see how my kneecap is facing the camera. What I'm looking for is this right here should be facing forward or even slightly down. I don't want to see that knee though roll up and face upward. Another way to look at it is your foot should not do that either. Your foot should be parallel or actually slightly internally rotated, or it'll just say kind of crow-footed. So pretty simple. Once I get here, there's variations of this. I've seen people do these with the bands around their knees and whatever. That's fine. It's just another way to do it. But if you're just trying to get the muscle to fire in the first place, you don't really need anything unless it helps you. From here, I can go up and down, or I can hold for 5 to 10 seconds. That's going to depend on what how long it takes you to feel the muscle kick on. Don't go too high, because if you do, you might again just try to kick in other muscles that don't belong. And I come back down. So I'm going to fast forward and I'm going to show you what I don't want to see. And that is, bam, right off the bat, you can see that this one I just did horribly wrong on purpose. I kind of fire hydranted that one. My leg rolled out, different muscles doing that movement. It's just not the same muscle. Here's another one. I'm going to let my lower back hyperextend. So this one, my leg is straight, but even still, my leg's straightened out. The foot is pointing the wrong direction. This is a muscle that's, I'll just draw you a line. The muscle that I just fired is more right there, and the muscle that I want to fire is kind of the back, let's say top side of the butt. Let's leave it at that. If that muscle is not firing, then this drill is not useless. It's just not doing what it's designed to do. And at that point, it kind of makes it useless. So this is a great one to practice, especially if you're, especially for runners, people that tend to be very quad TFL dominant. This is a really good one to make sure this muscle knows how to fire and can fire when you want it to. Otherwise, you'll find that even walking around, things can just kind of feel locked up in the hips. Okay, hope this helps out. Let me know if you have any questions.